What's up, YouTube box communities? Boys, Mr. Universal Sports. About to cover that Manny Pacquiao, Rios undercard. And I just want to say that the undercard as a whole was very underwhelming. What were you expecting? Bob Arum just doesn't have the roster depth to compete with Golden Boy. But personally, I think he could have did a little bit better because he could have. Remember that triple header he had through a couple weeks ago with Mikey Garcia, Nonito Donaire, and I forget the name of the other fighter. But anyway, he could have at least added one of those fighters, most namely Nonito Donaire, to this card. That would have made the card better. It should have been Manny Pacquiao, Rios, Nonito Donaire versus. And the name escapes me right now. You know, too many Incredible Hulks. But I mean Darcinian. Not Rios versus Darcinian, but Donaire versus Darcinian 2. And Ukevich versus Billy Dib and Andy Ruiz versus Tor Hammer. That would have been a pretty decent card, but it shows that Bob Arum lacks the depth of Golden Boy to make such a card. But anyway, I was very impressed with Felix Verdero. I thought he used his height pretty well, and he worked off the jab, and he throws a pretty good uppercut. The only thing I didn't like about him was that he didn't get the knockout, but he was facing a guy. I'm not going to even butcher this guy's name that he was fighting, but he was facing a guy with that was very tough chin, a very tough guy, very tough chin. Reminds me of the Eric Morales fight versus Injin Chi, where Chi was very tough and showed a lot of heart and getting hit with big shots, but stayed in the fight and even landed a couple big shots. And I liked how Verdero used the ring. I'm not going to even try to attempt to say Verdero's opponent's last name or first name. I didn't like even try. I don't know how those HBO commentators did that. So we got it. As bad as HBO's commentary is, you got to give them credit for that one. The next fight I want to cover on the undercard is Shiming versus Juan Torrasco. And another. It was a decent fight, but I don't see Zhu Shiming to be very good at all, and I think he's a tad bit overrated despite winning two Olympic medals, and he just didn't impress me. Even though he has better skills than the opponents he's fighting, I have a feeling that the second he fights against a pretty decent fighter, he's gonna lose. But it was a good effort. Now to the other fight card, which is Tor Hammer versus Andy Ruiz. And now this was a pretty good fight because I had in my Facebook family and my YouTube boxing community family, personally, I had Tor Hammer winning the first 2 rounds, but apparently he gassed out and he did a Victor Ortiz, and Andy Ruiz was able to score the TKO at the end of the 4th round. The next fight, Ukevich versus Billy Dib. Now this is a pretty good fight, and I think personally this turns out to be better. The fact that Billy Dib is not Billy Dib, but Ukevich just has Billy Dib's number. It not take away from anything from Billy Dib, and I personally think that Billy Dib's trainer did a good job of actually stopping the fight. He had no chances of winning the fight, and the fact that Billy Dib had a future, and the recent tragedy with the heavyweight 3-4 weeks ago they said, you know what, being that's on everybody's mind, saying, you know what, our fighter's taking damage, she has no chances of winning, let's stop this fight. And anyway, YouTube boxing community, Facebook boxing community, I see Michael Buffer on the screen. The main event's about to start. This is your boy Mr. Universal Sports, and I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the fight.